This video will show you how to replace the sash on Andersen 400 series tilt-wash double-hung windows. You'll need safety glasses, a flat blade screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver or a drill with a Phillips bit, as well as a tilt-wash double-hung sash, a flush mount lock for standard units which have one lock and no sash brackets, and two bracket covers for storm watch protection units which have two locks and sash brackets, all available from your Andersen dealer or parts.andersenwindows.com. Before you begin, find the service guide that came with your replacement sash. Be sure to read it completely, including all cautions and warnings. You can also download the service guide at andersenwindows.com. To familiarize yourself with the terminology in this video, we recommend clicking here to watch a video on identifying the parts on Andersen 400 series tilt-wash double-hung windows. Start by unlocking the window. Position the lower sash about 3 inches from the sill. Then slide the wash assist on both sides down from the top of the side jamb liners until they snap in place between the lower sash and the side jamb liner. Tilt the lower sash in and down horizontally to at least a 90-degree angle. Once the sash is tilted in, return the wash assist to their original position. The sash must be supported during tilting, removal, and installation. Failure to support the sash may result in injury, product, and/or property damage. Depress the shoe retainer clip using a small flat blade screwdriver, releasing the pivot pin on the lower sash. Raise the lower sash corner 2 inches above the shoe and hold in place. Then repeat this on the opposite side of the sash. Use extreme care when working around a window opening. Never leave a window opening unattended, especially when children are present. Falling from a window opening may result in severe injury or death. When both sash pivot pins are released, lift the lower sash up and out. If you're replacing the upper sash, position the sash about 5 inches from the sill. For units that have larger lower sash, raise the upper sash about 16 inches from the sill. Then grasp the top right-hand side of the upper sash, depress the side jamb liner, and carefully pull the upper sash inward until the right-hand side of the sash releases from the liner. Tilt the upper sash in and down horizontally to at least a 90-degree angle. Next, depress the shoe retainer clip using a small flat blade screwdriver to release the pivot pin on the upper sash. Then raise the upper sash corner 2 inches above the shoe and repeat on the opposite side of the upper sash. When both sash pivot pins are released, lift the upper sash up and out to remove the sash. Using a clean and flat work surface, transfer all the hardware from the old sash to the same location on the new sash. If you're replacing the upper sash, you'll need to transfer the keepers and pivot pins. If you're replacing the lower sash, you'll need to transfer the locks, pivot pins, and if present, the sash bracket covers. Depending on the unit, the sash will have 1 or 2 locks and keepers. With the exterior side of the upper replacement sash facing up, place pivot pins one at a time into the shoe retainer clips in the outer channel of the jamb liner. Then press down on the lower corners of the sash to seat the pivot pins in the shoe retainer clips before tilting the sash up into the frame. When the pivot pins are engaged, tip the sash up into the frame until they are firmly engaged in the jamb liner. Next, replace the lower sash. Use caution when tipping the lower sash into the opening to prevent pinching fingers between the upper and lower sash. With the exterior side of the lower replacement sash facing up, place the pivot pins one at a time into the shoe retainer clips in the inner channel of the jamb liner. Then press down on the lower corners of the sash to seat the pivot pins in the shoe retainer clips before tilting the sash up. When the pivot pins are engaged, tip the sash up into place until firmly engaged in the jamb liner. Finally, close and lock the window. Congratulations! You have successfully replaced the sash on your Andersen window. If you need parts for your Andersen windows or doors, just go to our online parts store at parts.andersenwindows.com. And if you have questions about care, maintenance, or repair, call our Customer Care Center at 888-888-7020 or visit the Help Center in the Service section of our website at help.andersenwindows.com. Andersen, customer care is what we care about most.